Out here for you.
Hey guys,
Hi.
we are here, we're live. We've been so excited about this one, people. Go down below. We've got VIP, we've got Victoria from Bulgaria. Victoria, how are you?
Hi guys, I'm very good. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. Still in lockdown here in London. How's it going in Bulgaria? Are you still in lockdown or?
No, we're not locked down anymore for now. But I went to the streets today earlier, and it was full with people, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is like a dream." It was very crazy, yeah. But yeah,
I
it's
haven't.
good to not being locked down because the weather here is amazing right now.
Oh, I know. Well, I've been on my own for two. I haven't seen anyone for 2 months, so it's like my 8th week in lockdown now. So speaking to you is making my day. We've also got the beautiful Clara here with us as well, who is a
Hi.
huge fan of your song. So she had to be here
Mm-hmm.
to talk to you.
So,
Yeah.
So tell us, your song came out in March, blew everyone away. You got such an amazing reaction to Tears Getting Sober. I want to know, like, how did that make you feel getting that reaction?
I was really surprised because I didn't expected that much attention from the people and that they're gonna like the song that much because it's not a typical Eurovision song. And I am still very happy that people really like Tears Getting Sober because the main thing behind the song was just to connect more with people who are struggling with problems, with panic attacks, with depression and stuff like this. And I was very happy that so many people were texting me all the time that they're going to bed with this song. They're feeling better when they listen to the song, which is amazing. That's the best thing.
Yes, I think it's because it has this orchestra sound at the end that makes it seem like a fairy tale or like it invites the listener into a new story.
Yeah, it has darkness and light at the same time, which is the best balance, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was listening to it just before I came to talk to you today, and I had to send Clara a picture because I literally every time I hear that song, I get covered in. We call it goosebumps here, but in Europe, I think people call it chicken skin, and it's every single time. And I've heard the song so many times, it still does it to me.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful song. I said this when I met you before. Your voice is so distinctive,
Thank you.
and it's just everything together with that song, the orchestration, the music, the video, everything was just perfect. And it's a really special song in my opinion. I love it. I was rooting for you this year. And sad we're not going to get to see you performing it on the Eurovision stage.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm very glad that you love the song.
We have to say hello to our people in the live chat as well, because we've got loads of people that want to say hello. And guys, put your questions in the live chat. We will be putting some of them to Victoria. So we've got Jess. I can see Twan in there. We've got Ariana, who's joining us all the way from Canada. We've got Franco in Argentina. Victoria wants to know, would you ever like to do a concert abroad in countries like Argentina?
Well, of course, I would love to. If I could go everywhere around the world, it would be amazing.
With that voice, I think you will. We've got Vish Flash Films. Victoria, I love you and I love your song so much. You were his winner this year, and we'll be supporting you next year. Love from Sweden.
Oh, thank you so much. Love you guys.
We've got Sarah O'Halloran wants to know, do you like to dance?
Well, I'm learning right now, actually. I like to dance, but I'm gonna have a choreography in my new video that is coming out at the end of the month of the May.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm learning. It's not my thing, but I like it.
It's not my thing either. I'll learn. I'll learn with you. Tell us more about this EP that you're going to be releasing.
Yeah, it's gonna be my first EP, and I'm really excited about it because I started writing songs last year, in the summer, which was amazing for me because I didn't knew that I can write songs. I was thinking that I cannot do it. And the first song that I wrote is very special for me, and I can't wait to release it. So after this song, I started writing more songs with different people. I went to songwriting camps and just started to select the best songs from there. And now I'm gonna put it in the EP. And I hope it's gonna be out till, I don't know, the end of September or November, I guess, if it's going everything okay.
What kind of music, what kind of sound can we expect from the EP?
That's a tough question every time when someone asks me, because I don't know the exact style of the songs, because it's very mixed with, it has, some songs has pop sound, they have dark sound, indie sound, so it's very, a mix of different styles.
Do you have any artists you look up to for inspiration, or many artists, I guess?
Many artists. I really like to listen to songs that are not that famous, because in Spotify there are so many artists that don't have that much audience, but they have so many good songs, and they deserve to be heard more. So I was thinking, even if I can make a Spotify playlist for people just to discover new artists, because it's very good, that they need to be heard.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Oh, we love that. We love that. That would be great. So the EP is going to be out towards the end of September. Obviously, more recently, you've been doing quite a few home performances of Tears Getting Sober, and you did the Eurovision home concert as well. Was it 2 weeks ago? Was it 1 week ago?
Yeah, I think 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I don't even know what day it is today.
Yeah. It's very different to make online concerts. Like, you don't see people, you cannot hear the applause from the people, and it's like, when you sing a song and you're waiting people just to applause, and it's like you're singing songs and stuff, and you're like, ooh, silence. But it's very good that people are watching, and they're supporting so much me and the other artists. It's amazing. It's very good that they're there just to watch us and to support us.
And have you been in touch with any of the other artists from this year? Have you had a chance to kind of virtually meet any of the other artists yet?
I couldn't have the chance to meet any of them, but I really hope that I can see them soon.
Yeah, well, there's two things I'm looking forward to. One is seeing you dance for your new EP, and second is seeing you hopefully we're hoping it'll be in Rotterdam again next year. You're going to get asked this question every time you talk to someone. Have you started thinking about what song you might take to Eurovision next year, or have you started that process, or are you going to have a little break and then think about it later in the year?
Well, if everything is okay with the situation with the coronavirus, I was planning to have summer camps, songwriting camps, and just to start writing new songs and to see what is gonna, come out from them. And I haven't thought about the exact style or song that I should perform next year, because with Tears Getting Sober, it was just I was on a session and we just made the song for a couple of hours, and I said, oh my god, that's the song. Like, you don't plan these things, I think it just happens.
It's because it does make people emotional. And did you feel emotional when you were kind of performing it for the first time, or when you first started putting the song together? What was the feeling like?
I was very nervous. I was shaking because, it was the first time and people were staring at me. And I was like, oh my God. It was very emotional, yeah. It's like you're you're giving everything from you to the people, and you have to make them feel your emotions too. Your, to to show them your world.
We've got some more comments in the live chat. We've got I'm going to ask you to say hello to Alethea because she's like your biggest fan. She absolutely adores you. We've also got Leah Williams. So she wants to know, do you have a specific method or ritual for songwriting?
Well, you just need to be calm and to, drown in the session, to feel the music, just to find the right chords maybe of the song, and then start making some melodies and then the lyrics. Like the last thing to do is to write the lyrics, because the first thing is just to make the chorus for the song, then or a beat, I don't know, whatever you do. It's just the music, then you make the melodies, and then you make the lyrics. That's the three things that, from the first thing to the third thing, it's the right way to do it. But it's not a ritual. It's just I don't know.
Is there a part of it? Is there a part of it that you find easiest? Like, do you find it easier to write lyrics, or have you found it easier to write the melody?
For me personally, it's the melody, because I'm still learning English, and I would love. I like to write songs in English, but it's harder for me to write lyrics. But I'm trying my best. But melodies, it's much more easier to come up with them.
I would say your English is fantastic, so you don't need to worry about your English. Your English is better than mine, and we've.
But thank you.
Trust me, I'm so terrible at speaking English, and I'm English. We've got Lee Fern wants to know. So, did you get a chance to hear any of the entries from this year? First of all, did you hear any of the other songs?
Yeah, I've listened to them.
And you know what the next question is going to be?
Do you have a favorite song? Which of those entries that is not your song would be your favorite? Would you say it's your favorite?
Oh,
I can't choose one.
Or like a couple of what? You can tell us a few.
I love the Spanish song by Blas Canto. I like the Romanian song by Roxanne, Norway, Germany, the Netherlands. This song is very good, and also the English song. But I think every song has something special in it, so I can't really decide.
It would have been a great competition this year. We've got Morton V wants to say your song is beautiful and loved your home concert version as well.
Thank you so much.
We've got Oran who wants to know if you could collaborate with another Eurovision artist from this year, who would you like to collaborate with? It's a hard one.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the guy from Netherlands.
Django, yeah. He seems fun.
Yeah. He has an amazing. He puts so much, soul in the way he sings. It's very magical.
Yeah, it's like he's telling you. It's his story, but he's like narrating you directly to you.
Yeah.
I could just imagine your two voices together. That would be an insane collaboration. We need to start something now. We want a Victoria and Django collaboration. So guys, you have to start on Instagram. You need to tag him. We'd love to see that collab. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you about the music video, because the song was beautiful, but the music video was stunning as well. Did you get to feed your own ideas into the music video, or how did the idea for it come about?
Well, I really wanted to be something very emotional, connected with with the song and the meaning of it. So me and my friend, the director of the video, she's also Victoria, and we were on a dinner and we just started thinking about some ideas, how it should look, what we should show to the people, like an emotion or just the whole video. And together we decided to make that kind of video, one shot with that was the hardest part, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just rehearsals all the time. We were rehearsing more than 20 hours, I think. And we recorded the video at midnight, just 3 times, and we used the 3rd take of it.
So it's like a complete motion from beginning to the start. It's just one same take.
Yeah. It's just 3 minutes of recording, and with the camera, it was very hard to, to, how is the word? To
hold still, or
just the guy who was with the camera, he had to learn the exact movements and to not make mistakes, and it was very, very hard.
Mm-hmm. And did you, because you probably had an idea of how you wanted the song to be staged on the Eurovision stage, but as it did not happen, could you tell us what you had in mind for the Eurovision performance, or do you want to keep it a secret?
Well, I was thinking maybe I should keep the idea for the next year, but it depends on the song. But if we were thinking about something very different from Tears Getting Sober, just to surprise people, but at the same time minimalistic, which is very hard, just you on the stage and nothing else, and just to show your emotion. I think that's the hardest thing, and I like hard things, so yeah.
I think it will depend on like the sequence of the film and the way you shoot it on the stage.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep it for the next year.
Yeah. And the thing is, your voice is so distinctive that you don't even need a big glitzy performance. It should focus on you and your voice, because that's a huge talent that you've got, and that's what we were really excited to see with Tears Getting Sober, because you could have been stood there in a bin bag and you'd have looked and sounded amazing, and you'd have probably still got an amazing result, because people were saying that you were one of the potential winners of the contest. And how did it feel to get that, for people to be saying that about you and your song?
Well, it's really amazing. I couldn't believe at first, because people were telling me, you're first. And I was like, oh my God, how is that possible? But I'm very thankful that they're just amazing. I really love these people, and thank them so much.
We've got a question from Oliver Randmer. Says, if you weren't a singer, which would be a crime, if you weren't a singer, what would you be instead?
I would say that, but I don't know. Maybe I should have do something with animals, because I really love animals. Maybe work in a shelter, or I don't know. I can't imagine without singing, actually.
How old were you when you started singing, or you kept on singing because you never really start? Is that you don't stop?
Well, I started singing at the age of 11, I think, or 12. At 12, I started taking lessons, singing lessons. But I started singing at 10 or 11. But yeah, it's not that early. Some people are starting to sing on the age of 4 or 5. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, when I was a teenager, I just watched Hannah Montana, the movie, and the series, and I was like, I want to be like her, and I just started singing. Yeah.
to have like your secret live and then to have like the popular live and you're singing and then
yeah.
Can I let you in on a little? I was gonna say I've never seen Hannah Montana before. Is that really bad?
It's really bad.
Yeah, you should see it.
Next time I'm in London and visiting you, Andy, we're definitely going to watch Hannah Montana.
Well, I have to watch it now because it's the inspiration for Victoria. So I have to. That's Miley Cyrus, right? Hannah Montana.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, right. All right, I will have to watch it. We've got a question from Kamran Tagizade. Wants to know, how would you describe your voice? So maybe if someone had never heard you sing, how would you describe your voice? That's an interesting question.
It is actually. I don't know. Emotional, I guess. I put so much emotion when I sing. And I think that's maybe the strongest thing about my voice, because it can bring you a lot of emotion somehow, I guess. That's what people say.
It does.
But yeah, emotional.
There we go. Good answer. We've got Linear 93C. Really liked your song. If he or she goes to Bulgaria, where would you recommend that they go to?
Maybe to the seacoast, because it's we have a beautiful sea, and it's just beautiful to see it, to feel it, just to have a vacation there. Yeah, maybe there. And Sofia, of course, where I live right now. It's a beautiful city.
We're hoping for Sofia 2022 because we really want to come to Bulgaria for Eurovision.
That was my question. Do you think Sofia is going to be ready to host the next year Eurovision?
Well, of course. Why not?
Have you followed Eurovision for a long time, or is this like your first approach to Eurovision?
I know for Eurovision for so many years, but I started watching it maybe 4 years ago. And yeah, 4 years ago, I started just watching it every year just to see what happens there. And it's very interesting. I've always wanted, since I started watching it, to be there someday.
Have any of the other Eurovision artists from Bulgaria reached out to you and given you any advice, or commented on your song, or given you any feedback?
Yeah, once I talked with Poligenova. Yeah, and she told me that it's a very huge thing, and the only thing I should do is to be calm and not be nervous, because when you're being nervous, it's not good for you and for your performance. So yeah, that was the advice she gave me. And also Christian Kostov, he gave me the same advice. So yeah, everyone says that you should be just calm and not being nervous.
But how can you be calm?
Well, I don't know. I think the same thing, actually. I haven't been there, but I guess I'm gonna die when I go there, when I see everything. But yeah, I think the same, because being nervous is not helping you at all. So you should just enjoy it, and whatever happens, it will happen. Yeah, you don't know.
You do strike me as someone that is really calm, though. You're so calm and you're chilled. You'd never come across as nervous. As soon as you open your mouth and start singing, you would have no idea that you might feel some nerves, or because you're such a pro.
Yeah. So some people were telling me, like, are you nervous at all when you sing? And I'm like, always when I'm on a gig or a concert, I'm so nervous at the beginning of the concert. But it looks like I'm very calm and I don't care. And people are like, you don't care about that. And I'm like, No, I care so much. I'm really nervous. I'm always shaking at the beginning, but I'm just not showing it somehow.
Maybe you should stop. You should start to worry if you don't get nervous at the beginning.
Yeah.
We've got Pete. Oh, sorry. Go on. Peter wants to know: did you hear Django's cover of your song?
Yes, of course. I watched it. It's amazing, and he made a different version of it somehow, and I really liked it.
And we've got, I bet you get asked this question all the time as well. What's your favorite Bulgarian entry from Eurovision?
Bulgarian.
Yeah. It's hard to choose. There's so many good ones.
Hard. I don't want to choose actually.
No, there's so many good ones.
Yeah.
Have you got a favorite Eurovision song of all time? Like, it doesn't have to be Bulgarian.
I really like Arcade by Duncan Lawrence, and also the Salvador Sobral, who won 2 years ago, 3 years, yeah.
3 years, yeah.
Yeah, I really love that song. But yeah, I like them both so much.
I'd love to hear you do a cover of Salvador.
Yeah, I made a cover of Arcade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was amazing. I'd love to see you do Salvador. How good are you with Portuguese language?
I have a Portuguese friend, and he were trying to learn to learn with me Portuguese, but I was a total disaster with it. It's very hard. That language is very hard.
I can literally say 3 words.
Yeah.
We were in Portugal covering the Eurovision in Lisbon, and I was speaking in Spanish all along, but really slow Spanish because it's very similar.
Yeah,
So
it looks similar, but yeah, it's much harder, I guess.
So we're going to wrap it up soon, but not before we've heard you sing. But I've got probably the most important questions to ask you now. So you have to give me your first answer, and you have to think very quickly on these. Okay, Victoria?
Sorry, can you repeat it again?
I've got some very important questions to ask you now. So you have to think about your answers quite quickly. But I'm going to go through, and I want to see what your answers are. So the first one: if you had a time machine, would you go back to the past or would you go to the future?
Future, I guess.
Future, yes. Would you have a home by the beach or in the mountains?
The beach.
Why the beach?
I'm a beach girl. not the other one. The sea girl.
Yeah.
Mermaid.
Okay.
Yeah.
What food do you always get a craving for? So, like, what's your weakness when it comes to food? Mine's chocolate.
Oh, mine's pasta. I love pasta and pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the wrong country. You should be in Italy.
Yeah. I would love to go there to see that country.
What's your favorite pasta sauce, though? And your favorite pizza topping?
Well, something vegetarian, because I'm a vegetarian and I don't eat meat, so I don't have many options actually.
Okay. You should be able to answer this one quite easily because you mentioned animals before. But if you could be an animal, what animal would you be and why?
All of them. Every animal is interesting for me, and it has, something special. But maybe a dog or koala, I guess.
So cute.
Yeah.
I'd be a cat, but that's just because I get to sleep a lot, and like people just bring me food.
Well, yeah, they're like queens and kings.
Yeah. Okay. What TV show do you binge watch? So, what TV show do you watch all the time? Like your favorite?
I don't know if it's a TV, but it is actually Friends.
Oh, it's a
I love
classic.
it. Yeah, I watch it all the time, every day, every night. I'm like addicted to it somehow.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh, I can't choose actually, but I really like Phoebe or Joey.
Yeah, me too.
Joey doesn't share food.
Clara, who's your favorite? Your favorite Friends character?
Yeah, I haven't watched Friends.
Really? That's
Yeah,
it.
but I watched Hannah Montana though,
Yeah. Okay.
so I get a pass. I get a pass.
Yeah.
You've redeemed yourself. So I want to know if you can invite 3 celebrities to your dinner party. Who are you going to invite? And they can be dead or alive.
3 celebrities.
I'm not a celebrity,
You,
but
of
I'd love to
course.
come.
You too, of course. You're gonna be, you know, you're amazing. So you're invited to my dinner party.
We'll be standing in the doorway.
Yeah, but
2 meters, social
yeah,
distancing.
Yeah.
I would love to invite actually Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother.
Mm.
I really want to see that guy someday. He's amazing.
It would be
Um,
amazing if he did a song for you, because I think your voice and his kind of compositions would blend together very well.
yeah, I would love to. Also, of course, his sister, Billie Eilish. She's amazing. But I can't choose actually 3. They would be more. I really like Dua Lipa.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I would invite her too. And
That'd
so
be an
many others.
amazing. That'd
If
be
I
an
have.
amazing dinner party.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
love that answer. Okay. If you could join any band, which band would you join?
Ah, that's a tough question. I don't really listen to bands, actually, but I like the Luminaires.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so I would love to join them.
Maybe a collab. And lastly, if you had to choose a song that would represent your life, what song would you choose?
Oh, I don't know. Tears Getting Sober.
Oh,
Good
that's an
choice.
easy answer.
Yeah.
But I guess it represents your life very well.
Yeah, well, it's a very special song for me. Like the lyrics and everything. So yeah, it's the meaning of it. Sometimes I'm depressed too, but you just have to move on and do your thing because life is beautiful. So yeah.
What a fantastic message. Now, we can't let you go until we hear a little bit of that beautiful voice and that beautiful song. And I know everyone in the live chat wants you to sing a little part of it for us. So
Okay.
can we be cheeky? Can we ask you to sing a little bit?
Yeah. Um, Great. In my head is taking over me. Ten deja vu day. And each time I'm getting colder. Then I should let it go. Your lies burn like sugar in my wounds. In time I won't be a scar.
Oh, stunning. Thank you so much. Literally every time I hear you singing that song, it just makes me melt.
Oh, thank you so much.
We have to thank you because you've been an absolute star coming to talk to us today. We've been so excited. We've been like little children waiting to talk to you today because you're like one of the biggest stars of this year's Eurovision. So much support for your song, and I think you still find it hard to believe, don't you, that you've had so much support.
Yes, It's amazing and hard to believe at the same time. But I'm very thankful.
Well, you need to start believing it. Lastly, have you got a message for all of your fans and all of the fans of your song?
I just want to tell them that I really love them and thank you guys so much for the support. That means everything to me. And yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, we can't wait to see you next year. We can't wait to see what song you come back with. I can't wait to see you dancing for your new EP. So I'm looking forward to that. I might be dancing along with you. Say again.
So you're gonna see me dancing at the end of the month. So because I'm gonna release a new single, which is gonna have a choreography. So yeah.
Nice.
What's the single called? Are you allowed to tell us?
It's called All Right.
All right. So now we know.
Yeah, it's very the lyrics is very accurate to the situation now, and I'm more than excited to release that song because it's very personal and special to me.
But I have to ask an important question because I'm like the worst dancer in the world. But if I want to dance along to this new song, is the choreography easy or is it hard?
Well, if you're a dancer, it's gonna be easy.
I'm not a
For me,
dancer.
I'm still learning. It's not.
I'm gonna have a go. I'll have a go and I'll send you the video. But Victoria, thank you so much for speaking. It's been lovely to talk to you after a good few months since we last saw you. And we would love to do this with you again another time. So hopefully we'll get to see you soon. But otherwise, we'll say goodbye to everyone now. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. And we will see you all soon.
Bye.
See you guys.
See you.